Okay, so this is my task 1 screen recording for the code overview of task 1 for SenseTech, and this is the task that requires me to make a piece of software that runs from Arduino into Supercollider to manipulate values within that piece of software using the serial port. So as you can see here, it's a very simple setup for the Arduino patch. All it literally does is take a value from an LDR and transfer it into the serial port. I had a look at Christian's learning resources folder. I decided to make my own, partly because I was curious to see how it would be built, and also because I didn't have much luck with the one that was there. I just ran into some problems, and I just thought the easiest way to understand what was going wrong was to try and build it myself. So this has already been uploaded to my Uno board, so I can quit Arduino. So inside Supercollider, with the Arduino IDE shut. So this is the code which I've developed for the transfer of the file data through the serial port. So up here is just the standard serial port detection, and this basically just tells the user which devices are available, and then this one just selects the port used for the USB data flow. So I've got it set to USB modem 1421. This may change depending on which USB port you're using. And the baud rate is set to 115,200. The port read just tells you what single numerical data is coming through, as in the character, and this data is stored within a current rate. So this routine here basically takes values from the serial port, the raw data that is, and basically takes the ASCII data and transfers it into raw numerical data, just to try and get a purer form of data, seeing as you can't really use ASCII characters too well as a controller within Supercollider. So the idea obviously behind this project was to do live manipulation within Supercollider. I didn't want to have to keep rebooting things and applying new values to it, so obviously I wanted to use a loop. So this process here gets repeated. So every time a value comes in through the serial port, it gets added to an array, and there's obviously a little spacer which comes out of the Arduino code. This gets obviously removed, and then this little conversion code here just transforms the array into useful digits, which will come through on the serial port, and then that just resets car array to just a blank value, just ready for the next one to come in. So the main loop here, which will be played in a minute, this basically just sets up the synth. And one thing that I ran into was that basically, if I wanted to keep manipulating a synth using live values, I'd have to declare the cutoff, which because I've made a stereo saw lead, and the cutoff is what I'm going to be manipulating. But the problem with this is that if you declare it within it's like a local argument, this makes it a hell of a lot harder to manipulate. So I can set up a loop elsewhere to change that variable without having to constantly reset it within this. So yeah, this is just a synth set up within the server, and yeah, I'll just do a quick demonstration of it.